Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about why you're not booking shoots with your ideal clients. And for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Kyle Benjamin Turner. I'm a photographer and videographer who's been doing shoots with big brands for the last few years. Brands like L'Oreal, Ralph Lauren, Prada, Nespresso, McLaren cars, clients like that. So I want to kind of run down why you're not booking your ideal client and give you an idea of the different steps that you could take so that you can start booking your ideal client more consistently. So the first thing that I want to touch on is that you probably don't have your ideal portfolio. And this may be obvious to some people, but for those of you who are ready to take action on it, I'm going to provide the steps that you get a full understanding. So from a high level, you need to have a portfolio that's going to attract your ideal client and that's going to entice your ideal client to actually want to book a shoot with you. If you don't have anything in your portfolio right now that's going to make your ideal client say, hey, I want to book with you, that's going to make your dream client want to book with you, then they're probably not going to, right? So you need to start working on what we call spec work or speculative work that you're going to put in your portfolio that is going to attract your dream client. And a lot of you guys are going to realize, just like I did when I was doing spec work starting out, that when you actually think in your head like, oh, I want to work with these dream brands, when you go out and actually try and do those shoots on your own, you try and shoot the clothing you want to do, or you try and shoot the cars that you want to shoot, or whatever it may be, you start to notice that you may not actually have the skills you need to get the exact quality of work that that dream brand or ideal client would want to have you do for them, right? So when you start doing these portfolio shoots and you start realizing, hey, I'm missing a couple skills here and there, it only takes a couple months to really develop those skills to get to the point where you're actually creating quality work. And that's one of the things that I've done and been able to do so that I'm able to work with some of the big brands that I work with, right? So you're going to want to start working on your portfolio consistently and developing work that your ideal client or dream client is going to look at and say, hey, I want to work with this photographer or videographer because they have the kind of work that we're looking to do, right? So I always give this example where if you want to get booked by Nike, which is, a massive brand, everybody wants to shoot with Nike. If you think about it, it's like, how am I going to shoot with Nike? If I don't have any shoes in my portfolio, what's going to make somebody at Nike look at my portfolio when they're looking for a photographer and say, hey, I want to book with this person, right? They're probably not going to do that. And then there's other things that I'll touch on, like the marketing and stuff like that of, what you're going to have to do to attract and book your ideal clients. Because it's not as simple as just having a portfolio, obviously. I'm pretty sure that's pretty obvious. Like if you just have a good portfolio, that's not going to be the thing that gets you your dream clients. Like it helps, obviously you need that. You can't, if you're doing good marketing, but you don't have a good portfolio, it's not going to help. But you definitely need to have a good portfolio to attract your dream client because they're not going to work with you if you don't have it. So the next thing that I want to touch on is the marketing, like I just said. So the big issue is that nobody really knows who you are. If nobody knows who you are as a photographer, if nobody knows you in your city locally, if nobody's talking about you, then that's a big problem. So the question is, how do you get people to know you? And I always tell people that you're going to want to do some form of advertisement or marketing so that people could get to know you. And it doesn't need to be something that you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars on. Even if you're running a few ads where just a few people start getting to know you here and there, this is going to develop over time. You only need a couple clients to see one of your ads to book you. And then once you have that client, we're going to get into this in the next step, but once you have that client, they're going to come back again and again and again, right? And there's processes we could put in place so that they're so happy with your work that they're going to want to come back and work with you again. But you need to start advertising yourself to people who don't know you. If nobody knows who you are, what your brand is, like for me, if people don't know who Kyle Benjamin Turner is, how are they going to book with me? It's not possible, right? So one of the things that I did was ads. You could do Facebook ads, Instagram ads. You could work on getting to the first page of Google. You could do different things. Just get creative, right? Think about all the different places, TikTok, etc., that you could put yourself so that people could find out that you are a photographer and that you have services that they could book. A lot of photographers too, this is something that I've noticed, will either not have a website or they have a website and it's very hard to book with them. So like, you have to also figure out how can these people get in touch with you easily? That's part of marketing is like they need to be able to know who you are, but they need to be able to know how to contact you as well. And a lot of you guys don't have an easy way to contact you. So figure out an easy way to contact you. If you guys check out my website, you'll see what I do to get people to be able to easily contact me if they want to book a shoot with me. But that's something you're going to want to do is make it easy for them to actually want to book a shoot with you. Which kind of leads me into my next point, which is you may not have a personality. And a lot of photographers that I see online, unfortunately, don't have any kind of personality, no brand persona, no brand image. If you don't have any of that, why are you expecting your dream client, your ideal clients to want to book shoots with you? it doesn't really make sense, right? Like you can't just be good at photography. Like that doesn't really cut it anymore, especially with the clients that I work with. A lot of the clients that I work with, they work with me not only because of my following, not only because my photography is good, but because my personality and my character is also amazing as well. And it blends and meshes really well with their team, with their marketing department. A marketing department wants to work with a cool, fun person. They don't want to work with a quiet, boring, doesn't really talk, doesn't have any pictures of themselves online. They don't want to do that, right? They want to work with somebody who's exciting, who's interesting to work with, who's fun to work with, who when they talk to, they're like, oh yes, I'm so excited to work with Kyle again, right? Like you want to be somebody who has clients thinking about you like that. I know for a fact all of my clients think, and this is an affirmation too, so when you're developing your mindset for this, is something you're gonna have to do, but I literally believe that my clients look at me and they go, Kyle is an amazing person to work with. I love working with Kyle. Kyle's such a cool, fun person. Kyle's so exciting to be around. Kyle always has interesting things to talk about when he's on the shoots with us. If you become like this as a person, not only in person on your shoots, but on your social media, people will want to work with you because your profile is showing your character. And I've noticed this with photographers who have like 1,000 followers who are really, really good at posting content. And I can see their personality through their content. And when I'm hiring freelancers as an agency, that's one of the key things I look for is this person cool, fun? Are they exciting? Is this somebody I want to work with? Because I would rather take somebody who has, let's say 7 out of 10 work, but their personality is really amazing over somebody who has 10 out of 10 work, because I also want my clients to be happy when these freelancers are on shoots with them, right? So that's something you have to consider is your character and your personality. Are you working on becoming a better person, or are you working on becoming an interesting person, an exciting and fun person to work with? That's something you're gonna have to work on. You never want to be that person who's scared of life, scared to do things, scared to post things, scared to say things to your clients. You really have to get out of your shell. If you want to be the top in your field, if you want to work with your dream clients, your ideal clients, like you're probably not going to be the same kind of person that you are now if you're not working with them yet, right? You're going to have to become the best version of yourself. And over the last few years, I've developed myself to become the best version of myself, so that when I'm working with these clients, they're seeing the best version of myself. When I'm posting online, they're seeing the best version of myself. So you want to figure out what is the best version of yourself and develop that and put that out there so that people can see the best version of yourself. And that's going to be what gets you your dream clients, right? If you're not your dream person, who you want to be as a person, if you're not working on becoming that, you're not going to work with dream clients because you're not being the person that you know that you should be. So don't be this like scaredy cat. Go post, start developing yourself as a person, read books on this stuff, go do conferences, become social, do all the things that you need to do all the things that you should be doing to become the kind of person that these people want to work with. So the next thing is sales skills. So a lot of you guys have, actually gotten reached out to by brands, but you haven't actually booked the shoots with them. So, if you're at the point where you've been getting businesses reaching out to you, brands reaching out to you, but you're not actually booking them, you're going to have to work on your sales skills. So for those of you guys who don't know, I do have a course that touches on these things. You don't have to get it because I'm going to give away most of this information for free online. But this course does have like examples of clients that I've worked with that I'm not going to be sharing on YouTube for free. So in my course, I have examples of like real clients that have booked $3,000 shoots, anywhere from like $300 to $3,000 shoots. I have all the examples in there of like, what did we email the client? What did we say to the client to get them? So, if you're looking for like real life examples, I do have a course on that. I'll try and link it in my bio or description underneath this video. But what I'm going to give you for, free knowledge in this YouTube video, all the knowledge that I'm going to be gaining out over the next few days, you're going to want to develop your sales skills. And the basic way to do that is you're going to want to have some form of a sales process. You could look up sales videos on YouTube, but I'll give you the one that I use in my own business. And it's basically qualification. So what you're going to want to do when somebody reaches out to you, it's a brand, a business, a person, etc., is you're going to want to qualify that person and ask them the questions you need to ask them to figure out if you're able to do the shoot for them and if you want to do the shoot for them. Those are two things that you're going to try and figure out. What kind of shoot do you want to do? Is it an event? Is it a commercial? Is it headshots? Like, what are you trying to do? Is it indoors? Is it outdoors? How many outfits are we going to have to use? How many products are you going to be giving me? You're going to want to ask those questions, figure out exactly what they need. And then once you figure out what they need, then you're going to go along that sales process that you have. It's different for everybody, but obviously you're going to probably want to send out an invoice, probably going to want to sign on a contract, things like that. And I go deeper into this exactly how I do it step by step in my course, but I'm giving you like the basics here of, on a high level, what you need to do and touching on all the high level topics of what you need to do to book your dream client. So going back to the beginning, you're going to want to, figure out what the sales process is that you're going to need to have to book your dream clients. Generally, it's going to be some form of qualification. You're going to want to have a good sales process or sales strategy that you're using to book these clients. And the way that I do that is just qualifying questions. I ask them the right kind of questions to see what they're looking for and then provide them a price based on the questions that I ask them. the best salespeople in the world are going to be asking questions to figure out what does the client need and then selling them based on what they need. So that's what you're going to want to do as well. Don't be the person who's like, hey, you get reached out to and they're like, hey, what are your prices for a photo shoot? And you're like, $500. It's like, what is that based on, right? You need to have some kind of information that that's based on. And that's why I use qualification, and that's why I have the sales process that I have. And then the last thing that I want to touch on of why you're probably not booking your dream clients, or you're not getting your ideal clients to book shoots with you, is because your delivery is not good. So if you're booking these clients already, let's say your sales process isn't that bad, you're getting some clients already, you have your portfolio, it's in check, people are reaching out to you and you're actually getting them to book shoots with you, but they're not coming back. That's a big issue, because the majority of my clients over the last 7 to 8 years have all come back. Okay, like the good clients that I love working with, those ones are coming back every single year. They're coming back for another shoot, another shoot, another shoot. So you want to get to the point where your work is so good, your process is so good, it's fast, it's reliable, the quality is on point, and it's consistently on point. Once you get to that point, these people are going to want to come back to you. If you're not at the point where you have processes in place to give your clients consistent, good quality work, then there's some kind of issue going on in your business and your process that you're going to be able to get your ideal clients consistently. So I really want you to work on that and think about, what do I need to put in place? What process do I need to put in place so that my business runs efficiently, so I'm delivering quality work consistently and doing it in a way where my ideal client is happy with the result that they're getting, right? You don't want to say, oh, I'm going to give it to you in a week and then you give it to them in 2 weeks. Be consistent. Make sure that you're providing quality work. Make sure that obviously the work is matching your portfolio. Make sure that your communication is on point, that you're answering emails as soon as you can, obviously within like business hours and things like that. But those are the main things that you're going to want to make sure that you're doing. Make sure that your delivery is on point. And if you do all of these things, like I said, if you do your portfolio, if you do proper marketing, if you figure out what your sales skills are, develop your character, if you become a person that these clients want to work with, become the best version of yourself. And what was the last thing? If you have good delivery for your clients, I guarantee you will start booking more dream clients, more ideal clients, because you're doing all the right things that you need to do to get those clients. So if you're in a place right now where you're doing all of these things, or you're going to start working on these things after this video, consistently do it. Make sure you come back to this video if you need to, but write down some notes. I need to do these exact things. And once you do that consistently, I guarantee over the next couple of years, you're going to start booking your dream clients and your ideal clients. So I hope you enjoyed this video. My name is Kyle Benjamin Turner, and I'll see you on the next one.